Okay, hello and welcome to the Jason apartment tour, Inaka apartment number 2. Basically, I did one of these vlogs back in, like 2008, I want to say. And I showed you around my apartment in Taisha when I was living as a jet, so in the apartment I was given. This apartment I kind of took over from the person I'm working now at the university, so I didn't really choose it necessarily, but I like it, and I'll probably stay here, although I might have to move in April, so I might be doing a part 3 of this. But the interesting thing I think about this apartment tour today will be the fact that it's winter now. It's February when I'm filming this today, and it's very cold outside. In fact, it sort of snowed last night, although nothing's still on the ground today. I can kind of show you out here my view. So I'll move this chair, and you can see I'm right up against a mountain here. And just no people around. It's kind of like a dead end, and a parking lot over there. It's really gray and cloudy, but cold, very cold. I need to come back in. That runs my air conditioning. So that's my view out the one side, and I've got this plant, which again was just given to me. Not a lot of stuff in my apartment is mine. This kind of cool swivel chair was left here. The TV was also left here, as long as the PlayStation. These guys you might recognize from some of my old videos, my little Zodiac guys. I'm using Blu-ray quite a bit because PlayStation will play Blu-ray, but I'm also using Japanese DVD player. I probably should just get a region-free player, so the American DVDs that I buy from Amazon and stuff I can play on the TV, because it's a nice big TV, but again, it might be going away. Phone. Unfortunately, I got this cord stuff, and what you'll find in some Japanese apartment is, like, in this whole square room, as we walk around here, which is hardwood floors in here, there is only one plug, and it's against this wall, so it's really hard to figure out a way to plug in my laptop, the Kotatsu, the speakers, etc. You just have to kind of do this and have it be messy, but there's no other way around it. So this is a Kotatsu, so this is something I didn't have out in my other video because I filmed the other video in Taisha in the summer. So this is how I survive in the winter. I have a nice couch and a blanket and stuff, but it's really very cold. So I use that air conditioner, and it spews out hot air, heat in the winter time. And basically I sit under here, and there is a little fan, like underneath where the laptop is, that just blows hot air. And so you stick your legs under there, and you can kind of get some of your body under there with this big blanket that kind of extends, and you just pick up the table and put the blanket between the leg of the table and the ground. And that's what a Kotatsu is. And so I sit under there, turn the air conditioning unit on. I think I have it set at like 23 degrees Celsius, and it just blows hot, and I try not to let it run too much, but I'll give you enough. For example, I think in November my electricity bill was about 4,500 yen, so about $50, and for the month of December, going into January, it was double that. It was like 9,700 yen. So it costs a lot of money to run the aircon unit, but the only other option is bringing in like a fuel, like a kerosene heater, and I just don't want to do that. So anyway, so pretty sparse. I don't have a lot of posters up. This is the type of apartment where the landlord has asked that you not put any pinholes in the wall. So I do have, you're allowed to put pinholes in this wood only. So I have like a Star Wars poster up, and but I haven't really decorated a lot these are closets that, like, I have clothes in mine, my luggage, all my long sleeve shirts. There's bedding down there from the people that lived here before that I haven't really used. And there's storage like up above. So it's pretty big. And when they come back in April and take a lot of this stuff away, when they move back and the apartment becomes mine completely, like this whole closet will become, that's all their stuff. So I would have access to all that space. Let's see, okay, so this is my living room. I spend most of my time in here because I'm either on the computer or watching TV most of the time when I'm home. Or, you know, even if I'm grading papers or something for school, I'll sit here under the Kotatsu. Now, you know, when the weather gets nicer, that'll change, and, you know, you can have these windows open, and, you know, I get a breeze, and I'll, you know, dry some of my clothes out on that rack. But it's just too cold and too wet, etc. So where would you like to go next? Choose your own adventure. No, we're going to go into the bedroom next, but I'll take you to the kitchen soon. So, sliding doors like this, which don't really keep the the air in, but they try. Now in this room I have tatami. So I'll take off my slippers, and so this is a 6-mat tatami room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So some like socks, underwear, shorts, my neckties, a calendar. Again, since you're not able to put anything on the wall that's with pins, like up here there's a nail. The person that had the apartment before me kind of bought this whole sticker set and put up this like tree, and it's kind of nice, so I've left it. This is my futon. So I sleep on the floor, but I don't like roll it up every day and put it away, etc., because it's not like this is my only room. I've known Jets who, this is it, like this is their whole room, and so, you know, this would like say be a closet, and so they roll up their futon and put it away every day, so then they can, you know, sit down and watch TV or, you know, have people over. But I'm able to just kind of let this be a bedroom. I have this small couch in here that really just ends up, clothes get thrown on it. I have this heater, which I'll turn on, let you see. My ironing board. And this is my view out the back. Just another home. Homes in the distance. So nothing really much to see. I could hang potentially my futon on this railing and let it air out when it's warmer. I haven't done that yet. Got reading materials, my alarm clock, phone, house phone, and stuff. So I'm sleeping on 3 futon at the moment. 1, 2, 3. And, you know, just a blanket with a sheet, and this is where you put the sheets on and you wash those, pillowcases of course, and then like the big blanket. And it keeps me pretty warm. When I'm under the covers, you know, even though, let's see how many degrees it is in here right now. It is 8 degrees centigrade in here. So that's 8 is 16. So that's like 32, 38. It's like 48, just under 50 degrees Fahrenheit in this room right now, inside. So pretty cold. But I turn that space heater on at night. It doesn't have a timer, unfortunately, and it kind of just, you know, as you get, ooh, it's nice and warm right there. It kind of heats the room up. Like I turn it on about an hour before I go to bed, and a little bit of steam comes out of here, so it doesn't completely dry out the room. And that's how I heat up this area. Mirror, it's always good to have a mirror. And then this closes. So you open this up and you come out into my genkan, my entryway. And I have this desk out here, just a bunch of stuff. All my papers that I'm supposed to be grading, my final exams for school, Star Wars Mr. Potato Head. I think every Japanese home has a Star Wars Mr. Potato Head. Probably more Japanese homes have one of these good luck cats. I've got calendars. Some of this art is again left over. I don't know what this is from, but my predecessor left it here. And I can close this. This is my laundry area. And it can kind of be shut off. But to be honest, it's usually just open because I'm in and out of here. Like I said, I don't have that second closet available to me right now because it's all the stuff from the people who had the apartment before me. So I have like my pants and my thicker jackets, my suit coat out here in this rack. I dry my clothes in this rack because I have no clothes dryer. I did in Taisha, and I really miss it. Because my clothes are really big. And you know, like my jeans and my hoodie, and you know, they're really thick and big. They take forever to dry because I mean, it's like, you know, 7 or 8 degrees Celsius in here. Now in the summer they'll dry like that, but right now it takes a while. So I bought this indoor rack, and this is my washing machine. It's all in kanji, but like I've said many times, it's not that hard to figure out, and you can, you know, get books and laundry detergent, bounce sheets from America. This exercise bike, which you can see I never use, again left by the people before me. My kendo sword, my hats, and laundry basket. So that's kind of that's a lot of places don't have this kind of a room. This is kind of a nifty added room. Now, the one other thing I haven't shown you is that in all the rooms I've turned on the lights, but almost all the lights in this apartment are like this type of a light. So that's why this long blue string is hanging down from this light in my bedroom. So when I'm lying in bed, without having to stand up, I can just turn off the light. So that's another thing. There's almost no light switches in here. And again, this whole room has one electrical outlet. And there's almost no electrical outlets out here. So I have this nice desk with a chair and everything, but there's no electricity in this whole area for me to like have my laptop out here, for instance, or something. Although it's way too cold anyway for me to do anything like that out here. Genkan, where you take off your shoes. My door is metal, so I put little magnets on here, like this says pay me when I have bills that need to go get paid, and this reminds me I need to take out the trash tomorrow. I put up some of my nengajo, and I have my stitch, my Tron stitch. So bathroom is not too exciting, but I'll show you. Let's turn on the light. I do have, yes, the Rilakuma theme is everywhere in here. That again is the person that left the apartment for me, and I just haven't changed it because I might have to move in April, but more about that in another vlog if that happens. It's not like a full-on space-age toilet, but it doesn't have a seat warmer. That'd be the one thing that would be cool if it had a seat warmer. But yeah, it's so like most bathrooms, it's its own little room. And then I have these little bunny curtains, and this goes into, like, turn on the light, my sink for shaving and brushing my teeth, and there's a little storage up above, and then I have a shower room. Try to turn on the lights. Now these are not pull downs, so again there's some decoration. She put some like fake leaves and stuff on here, and so the shower works really well, I got to admit. The water pressure and the water temperature, this is the one thing that's way superior to my Taisha apartment. It's awesome. It's really hot, really quickly, and it's really powerful. But the tub is probably even smaller than the tub I had in Taisha. I could not, you know, I'm a big guy, I could not sit in that tub, which is what Japanese people tend to do. They would wash out here, because this all flows into the same drain, and then they would sit and relax in the tub. But I just get in there and shower once a day. So what else? Oh, the kitchen. So we'll go do the kitchen. So if you walk in from the front door, this is what you see. You've got that room, which would mostly be closed. That door would probably be closed because that's my bedroom. This door will actually open, and that takes you into the living room. So this is handy every now and then. For instance, when I bought that big blue couch, I just brought it right from the front door in through this door. But And then we have the kitchen. So again, you can close this door. I don't know necessarily why you would. I guess maybe if you had the heat on and you wanted to try to keep the heat in here. A fairly decent sized fridge, not a lot in it right now. That's the freezer part. There's the fridge part. Recycling bags. I found Dr. Pepper. So some cans waiting to be recycled. Hot water for my hot cocoa. My Swiss Miss. You know, I buy a lot of import food when I can. But of course, gotta have some Pretz and cereal. Found some flour tortillas. So I make tacos and wraps, and you know, you can get stuff. You know, it's not too hard in Japan to find stuff. Caesar salad, you know, dressing, and here's some salsa. And Skippy peanut butter. So, yeah, you know, I don't eat out a lot, but I don't cook like all that exotic anything. You know, just it's a lot of pasta, pizza, sandwiches, easy stuff. So sink, which has got its own kind of like gas. You'll hear it come on. So there's an actual flame up here. And it heats the water for hot water in the sink, and then this one is just cold. And a little 2 stove burner, that's gas. And I think it was electric in my old place, but you know, adequate, with a little thing for fish here, which of course I never use because I don't eat fish. Microwave range, I don't use that often, to be honest. They used to sell Orville Redenbacher microwave popcorn here. In really great little like 99 yen, like 1 serving bags, and they don't sell it anymore. I use this more, which is my really old electric oven. It's really dirty, sorry about that. It's just big enough to kind of cook a pizza, and you know, I heat other things in there and stuff. I don't really use this, even though this has a range function, like an oven function, and the microwave. I mainly use this. The different kinds of gomi, which right now I'm going to do a whole video about that, but this is like recycled plastic, and then this is like actual, you know, trash, and then everything else that gets recycled. I have this whole chart here to help me, and then you walk back into this room. So that's pretty much it. That's where I'm living nowadays. This is where, you know, all the vlogs happen for the most part. I use my eyesight camera on the laptop, but obviously I'm using the handheld one right now. So I pay 48,000 yen a month for this apartment, which is 4 man, hasen. So that's, with the exchange rate now, God, that's what, maybe $525 a month, about. You just have to do. So 48,000 yen a month. And then what do I pay in utilities? So electricity I already told you about. It varies. I have to pay water, which isn't a lot, maybe $30 a month. I have to pay gas for the gas heater, the gas stove. I don't think it's gas that heats my water for my shower, but I couldn't tell you. Anyway, it's about 4,000 yen a month. Oh, my feet are really cold. The hardwood floors are really cold, so I'm gonna put my slippers back on. What else? Oh, if you know any good tatami tips, this is the first time I've ever had tatami mats. Feel free to share them with me. Care and feeding of your tatami. You know, I vacuum it, but I've heard that it's good to maybe use vinegar or something, and like a cloth, and wipe it down every now and then. I don't air out my futon that much because I've been sleeping on 3. So I've heard that sometimes you can get moisture and you can get mold. But anyway, if you have tatami stories or tatami tips for me as a new tatami person, feel free to send those or leave them in the comments. What else? Electricity, water. Oh, the phone. I have to pay for the landline because the landline allows me to have my DSL, and that's 2,000 yen a month, but then I pay a separate fee to Yahoo BB to have my internet, which is about 4,000 yen a month. So I pay about 6,000 yen a month, if you will, for internet. Because I wouldn't really need the landline now that I have my Keitai. I don't pay any cable TV, but I do pay the NHK man when he comes around, and that's about 2,000 yen a month. Because, I do watch sumo and I do use it. A lot of gaijin don't pay their NHK man. I think that's it. Let me see. Water, phone, internet, gas, electricity, yeah, and rent. So that's about it. The main thing about this apartment is it's really convenient. As you can see, it's there's a lot of houses and other stuff around. It takes me about 5 or 6 minutes by car to get from here to the university where I work. And so in that sense, it is really, really convenient. And, it's really close to shops, to the center of town, to the train station, things like that. So I will probably just continue to live here if the landlord approves the switch. I might have to pay what's called key money, which is something not a lot of jets have to pay, which is like a deposit you give to a landlord and things like that. But I'll know more about that in April when we attempt to make the change. So thanks for watching the apartment vlog. This was about twice as long as the other one I did when I lived in Taisha, but now I'm a partner man. I can make these long videos. So I hope you enjoyed looking around. Fairly typical, I think, for about what I'm paying in rural Japan. You wouldn't get anything near this big for 5 mon, 50,000 yen in, say, Tokyo or Osaka. And jets, of course, like I've said, it's so different. But this is about the same size as my Taisha apartment, just laid out a little bit differently. The only other thing I'll tell you is the ceilings. And let's see, I don't know if you can... So there's my head. And every now and then, it's like, ta! So I do have to bend down a little bit when I walk in under the doors. I'm 182 centimeters tall, and my guess is these are about 175. So I do have to duck a little bit. Not to go out my front door and like other places, but to get into the other rooms. But yeah, I'd say, compared to jet apartments, this is probably slightly on the bigger side. But yeah, it's definitely more than enough room for one person, which is, I live alone. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, peace.